I'm Elder Valerie, and I'm here for your financial tip of the day. Making that budget. I said a bad word, didn't I? Budget. Yes, you have to have a budget. We're not talking about anything fancy or formal that's above your head, Excel spreadsheets and all of that. No, I'm talking about a simple sheet of paper with a pencil. Or if you're techie, get on your iPhone or on your laptop or on your computer. All we're talking about is identifying and writing down how much income comes into your household and what expenses go out. We're simply talking about you being able to answer the question, how much does it take for you to run your life? That's your household, that's your expenses, that's your lifestyle. Why is that so important? Because without knowledge of knowing how much you have going out, how are you ever going to know if you can afford that new car or that upgrade to your home? You want to move from an apartment to a townhouse to a single family. What is that going to cost you? Is it going to put a burden on your household? What about your children's college education? What about investing? What about that vacation? What about that dream that you've always had to have your own business? Well, all of that starts with a simple budget. Many people step out far too soon to do the things they've always wanted to do without stopping to think about the cost that it will take to do that. So all I'm asking you today is to take this simple advice, pull out that sheet of paper and that piece of paper, write down how much comes in and what goes out. Let's see how much extra resources you actually have. Most people come to me and say, Elder Valerie, I don't have any extra money. I'm always running short. And when we sit down, guess what? The first thing I do is pull out that piece of paper, ask them how much comes in, what's their net take-home pay? What are your bills? And always on paper, there is extra money. Yep, they look at me and they say, I know the paper says I have extra money, but I don't know where it goes. And you know what I say to them? That's because you've never sat down and planned your budget. Take the time now to identify and track where you spend your money. The average person doesn't spend their money on their household mortgage and their car payment and the utilities. You know where they go. That Starbucks run, that 7-Eleven quick stop, that trip to the movies. Heaven forbid eating out breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We don't track those expenses, and yet they come out of your household budget. So when you're putting together a budget, don't forget those line items as well. Write down how much you'd like to spend or how much you have to spend for those kind of expenses. You'd be surprised that this is where the bulk of your money is going, which is keeping you from being able to realize the dreams that you have for that nice vacation or for that larger home. Once you identify these expenses and really see how much you're putting out in those areas, you will stop spending as much money and make much better decisions in those categories. So our tip for today, let's go old school. Pull out that piece of paper and that pencil and let's get to writing. Write down how much comes in. Track how much you spend and you'll be glad you did. This is Elder Valerie and your financial tip for today.